Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'll be doing a video on fire alarm panel power consumption. So something I've always wanted to know, especially with fire alarm panels, is how much power a fire panel actually uses. Because obviously, you don't want to be draining or you don't want to be wasting electricity all the time having fire panels plugged in when they don't have to be. So I always thought that these panels use like 100 plus watts because someone told me a little while ago that these things draw a lot of power on standby. So I ended up, after like 3 years of wondering, I purchased a Kill-A-Watt, which is this handy dandy little tool. So that plugs into the wall and then it tells you how much power is being pulled through it. So I went ahead and rigged this cord up because my panel is already hardwired into the wall. So I had to kind of rig something up to a cord. It's a little sketchy, but it's temporary. So I connected both the fire panel and this dialer thing. So basically it's two things on this one cord, and it turns out it's not 100 watts, it's 19 watts, 19 watts. So that's not as much power as I was expecting at all. If you divide, basically if you divide 18 watts by 120 volts, you should be able to find that it's less than 1 amp of power as expected. But yeah, that's that. This doesn't use very much power at all. Now, also, I'm going to go ahead and test the SK4 or MS4 to see how much power that draws, just in case you guys are interested in that. So, one moment as I unplug this panel. Quiet down, Coyote. All right, so this is the old demo board. Right now, it's unplugged, obviously, so I'm going to plug this thing in. And I think this is the fire panel. It is. Let's plug in the battery so we can see how much this uses while it's charging the batteries. So obviously we have about 117 volts, that's correct. And wattage, 19 watts as well, 19 watts. Not bad. Let's see how much it uses when we're not charging a battery. Want that door to break. Okay, it uses 8 watts when it's not charging a battery. So about half of that power consumption is just because it's trying to charge those batteries. So if you were to unplug the batteries, you can use a panel with a lot more power efficiency. So that's, I guess, a good tip. If you're one of those collectors who doesn't really need batteries, because obviously the main purpose of these batteries is so that way the panel can be backed up in the case of an emergency. However, obviously on a demo board, you really don't need a battery backup. So you can definitely save some electricity by just not using the batteries if you don't need to. But yeah, that's that. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I will see you in the next one. Farewell. I almost forgot. Let's figure out how much the system uses when it's actually in alarm, because I'm sure that'll be a lot. So on this system, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notification appliances. Is that right? Yeah, 6. No, that's not right. 2, 3, 4. Okay, geez, whatever. It doesn't matter. So let's just pull a pull station. We're up to 64, 60, okay, about 60-ish watts. Yeah, okay, so when the system is in alarm and all of the horns and strobes are sounding, 6 notification appliances causes about 63 watts of power. And then once you silence the horns, it's only drawing 56 watts. So that's good to know. So yeah. But comparatively to what I thought, that's really not very much power at all, because 60 watts when in alarm, that's basically just one incandescent light bulb, which is really not horrible. But when you reset and it goes back to normal, you only have like 16 watts. So that's really nothing. That's literally just like 1 or 2 LED light bulbs. So honestly, I'll probably just, take that into consideration. Also, something else to mention is that this is definitely variable. Like if you have a massive simplex panel that's running like 12 billion notification appliances in a high-rise building, and you have like booster panels and extensions and things like that, the system will absolutely use more than like 16 watts. But just for a simple demo system like most collectors would have, this is already a fairly large demonstration system for any enthusiast. It really isn't a huge power waster. But yeah, that's good to know. Thanks for watching. Ooh, one last thing I almost forgot. So this is a not an actual dialer. It has the same power supply as a dialer, so I guess it technically uses the same amount of power, but it's a converted voice evacuation cabinet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set off the voice evacuation stuff to see how much that uses. So I've already deduced that this power supply uses about 2 watts on standby, but let's just turn this key switch. So right now we're at 21. That's a little higher than it was. And then if we turn the key and sound the alarm, we go to 31. So for those 2 speaker strobes to run, it takes basically 1 LED light bulb. So yeah, again, not very much power. Well, that's that. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, thoughts, whatever. Yeah, take care.